welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. On today's episode, I want to directly address Squeak's last video. The live he had, he talked about scalpers, he talked about secondary market prices versus MSRP, but mainly he was really addressing a lot of the topics that I've brought up in my last video. And not only was he addressing a lot of those topics, he actually talked about my last video as a video he watched. That was one of the reasons he made this live. But more importantly, he talked about me and he talked about my channel. And I felt a lot of the things he said were really derogatory, and I wanted to address all the things he said in that video. Now, he had a very long stream. It went on for, a couple hours, so there's a lot to unpack. But really for this video, I'm only going to really unpack what he said about this channel because, I got to take that personally. I've been spending a lot of time. I've been making videos for a couple months now. I've grown my subscriber count. I've grown this community that is his channel. But more importantly, I put my time into it, and I put my effort, and I put a lot of my emotions into this channel. So the very first time any other content creator has ever mentioned my channel, at least to my knowledge, this is the first time any other content creator has mentioned my channel. And to have it just be 100% derogatory, I take that personally. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I really want to address that. You go to the 51 minute and 30-second mark of Squeak's video and you can hear exactly what he said. But pretty much what he says is, I social engineer traction to my channel that pokes stabs. I make content that preys on your emotions, and I never offer up any solutions to the problem other than to be patient. And I just cause drama. So that's a lot to unpack. And I definitely want to address everything that he said. The first two parts kind of work hand in hand together, that the social engineering traction to my channel, that I make content that preys on your emotions. Well, maybe some of that could be true in the sense that I make all these videos very opinion-based. Everything I say, everything that I talk about is based off my opinions. But I'm a very emotional person, so all my opinions are based out of emotion. They're based out of my passion for the hobby, based off of what I believe. Whether or not what I believe is true or false doesn't matter, because they're my opinions. They're what I believe. So is it possible that there's a lot of people out there that have very similar opinions to me? So there would be that type of social engineering that maybe people would come to my channel because they agree with a lot of the same opinions I have? Yeah. Of course it is. Nobody wants to go watch a video about, something they totally disagree about. And not only are they not going to want to watch that video, they're probably not going to want to keep going back to that channel. But honestly, when you look at my subscriber count, it's 2,300 subscribers. It's not really that much in the grand scheme of YouTube, and it's not very much in the grand scheme of Pokemon. It is small because a lot of the opinions that I have are my opinions, and they go against the norm. The norm in this hobby is very different than the things I talk about on this channel especially. I'm not afraid to shy away from or talk about the tough conversations, the conversations that other people would be very quick to shy away from. And when you look at the entire Pokemon content creating landscape, or whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of people within that group that are friends, and nobody would ever want to talk poorly about them. But a lot of the things that I'm talking about on this channel are a lot of the problems that you, the listener, have to go through. Because you know what? They're the same exact issues I'm going through right now. When it comes to trying to pick up product at MSRP, fighting against bots, trying to get good deals, worrying about all the messes going on with grading. These are things that people in this hobby, especially listeners of this channel, they relate to. And the fact that these are the same things that I'm going through, I could understand that. I could understand that when I talk about some of the more negative areas of the hobby, it can come off, as drama. And sure, maybe I think Squeaks, and I don't know for a fact, but maybe he's talking about how I've been very critical of grading. Well, a lot of the things that I've been critical about grading, especially been like towards CGC. Yeah, they were a very new company. They just started July of last year. They've been around for a little bit over a year. Within that time, they've managed to completely botch their turnaround times, especially when it comes to bulk more than anything else. The turnaround times are a straight up lie. They don't mean anything. People are getting bulk returns back before economy returns submitted on the same day. It's poor business practice. I made that very clear. Is that drama? Maybe. But why is it drama? Why does it prey on people's emotions? Well, let's just talk about me. Well, let's just see, where am I at right now with grading and a lot of my cards? Well, I don't care. I'll throw out my eBay sales for the last 90 days. I've only sold about $2,300 worth of cards. This is my worst 90-day period since the hype of Pokemon started. Okay? And you want to know why? Because not only did that happen, that I had, poor eBay sales, because all my cards are at PWCC right now. And they were all supposed to be in last month's auction that got canceled. So I had 81 cards sitting at PWCC that I was and keep in mind that my eBay account, I only sell my lower dollar amount cards because I feel that it just gives me a little bit more protection. I enjoyed the PWCC, the easy ability to submit my higher end cards, take them right out of my vault if I want, send them quickly to auction. They were very easy, and I was getting very high dollar amounts for my more high end cards. So I have 81 of my high end cards did not sell in last month's auction. So now what do I have to do? I'm rolling those over into PWCC's next auction that they're going to have in October, and I do not know what is going to happen of those cards. And then on top of that, I have 300 cards sitting at home right now that are already graded that I'm not really sure what I want to do with. I don't know if I want to list them on eBay, and I don't know if I want to see what happens in October and list them then. And then when it comes to like PSA at $150 cost for grading, when a lot of my cards after grading, a good bulk of them are going to sell between $100 and $400, to pay $150 or $200 a card to have that card graded is a lot of money when you look at the total price. So these are real things. These are real issues that people are concerned about, that people are worried about in the hobby. Between my PWCC, what I have listed on eBay, and the 300 cards sitting at home, I'm looking at about $30,000 of cards that are doing nothing. And these are not cards that are part of my personal collection. These are cards that are just sitting, waiting to somehow be sold. And I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place, because these are real things. These are real issues that people are going on in the hobby. So yeah, does it sound like drama? Sure, it is. But you know what? It's the emotion talking. You're talking about a lot of money. There's a lot of things that have happened in the hobby very recently. And when people are trying to get product at, a relatively decent, or in my opinion, and again, because this video is my channel, it's all opinions. And if you don't know this channel, and even though you said you watched 7 videos, Squeaks, I really don't think you totally understand my channel, because my channel is not individual videos. This channel is one long, never-ending, continuous discussion, and that discussion just goes in all types of different areas. But in this discussion, we're talking about, what you said about this channel, how you address it, how I've somehow socially engineered, a following or people to like this video. Have you ever just stopped to think that maybe the people that are watching this video are going through a lot of the same issues that I am? When they cannot go into stores and pick up MSRP, but people who have direct relationships with distributors are charging sometimes double to triple over MSRP. Squeaks, I want to just be very transparent. I want you to just think about your Shining Fates pre-orders you did for your first round. You did your Shining Fates pre-orders at $120. Squeaks, how much money are you paying per ETB from your distributor? What was the markup on that ETB? And yes, in your video you talked about a lot of different stuff. You did talk about how there is other product you have to buy and you have to sit on, and sometimes some of that product, doesn't do well. But all I'm saying is when people are struggling to find product and they know people who are getting products at very cheap prices, charging $120, that's dangerous. And why it's dangerous, and you know why? You're running a business, so your job is to make money. And that's most important. And I talked about that in my last video I made too, Squeaks. I said, as a business owner, your job is to make money. But in that video, I wasn't addressing the concerns of the business owner. I was addressing the concerns of people like me. When people like you charge $120 for a Shining Fates ETB, how much money did you make off each ETB? How much money? What was the dollar amount per ETB you made? And was that enough? Was that a lot? Was that a little? I don't know. I don't know your business model. And normally I would never call out somebody like this. But the fact that you blatantly called out my channel and you talked about how I'm socially engineering and how I'm preying on people's emotions, why don't you just step back for a second and just figure or maybe think that this hobby, maybe it is a little emotional. Maybe people do get emotional because they care about it. But maybe they don't just care about themselves. Maybe they care about other people. And when they see other people potentially getting taken advantage of under their opinions, again, this is my channel, this is my opinion. I saw you taking advantage of people because it was my opinion. And I'm addressing that opinion. And I thought it was very unethical because when I go on your channel and you're also making videos talking about how Shining Fates could potentially be investable or just any card in general investable, and especially talking about Modern, because you know as well as I know that Modern is hot right now. Modern's excited. The landscape of Pokemon has changed so much from, the XY to the black and white, or even to Diamond and Pearl, or Heart Gold Soul Silver in between, or whatever. The landscape has changed. The amount of enthusiasm people have for Modern product has changed. And one of that things that has really changed is the investability of it. And we can't ignore that. So to say that product is not investable would be doing the biggest disservice ever. But you don't do that. You know that the product is investable. And not only do you know that, yeah, you have a paywall Patreon, and that's a separate subject of whether or not you think your time is worth it. Why you make YouTube, for me personally, again, my opinion, I make YouTube videos not just for the AdSense account, and you know how much money you make off 1,000 or 2,000 views per video. It's nothing. Trust me, my time I put into these videos, thinking about it, processing, adding memes to it, if you broke down per hour how much I was making, it would be pennies. It's nothing. And not only that, I didn't monetize this channel for a long time. It's not like my first videos I ever made just started instantly being monetized. So when I see people buying stuff at very high dollar amounts for, like $120, I know for a fact that these people were not just buying at Squeaks to open and to just enjoy the product. Because I can maybe get behind that. I can maybe get behind people just really wanting product at release. They love the hobby. They love the cards. They just want it. They just want to open it. They just want to experience it. But that's not what a lot of people were doing. A lot of people were keeping it sealed. So if they're keeping it sealed, you got to remember, Squeaks, from my opinion, from me, from the outside looking in, seeing this happen, I'm just yelling, oh no, please God, no. Please don't let this happen to people. And when I just see people getting taken advantage of, that's how I see it. I can't change that fact. And when you make a video on your Patreon, no, I am not a member of your Patreon, but I understand what type of videos you make. You make a lot of videos talking about what are you buying this month? What are you buying last month? Without ever being a member of your Patreon and without ever watching a single one of those what am I buying type of videos, I can guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that what am I buying video, you were not buying Shining Fates ETBs at $120. I understand that you need to make money, and don't get me wrong, I make a lot of money on Pokemon cards. I have a lot of cards coming in and out, but I've made a very strong conscious decision to not sell any of my product to my listeners. And the reason why I do not do it is because I do not want to somehow take advantage of them, because I do not price a lot of my product at cheap prices. I don't give away stuff. I don't sell my cards on eBay just to lose money. I price everything, I sell everything to make money. And the reason why I do that is because I use a lot of that money to continue to grow in the hobby. I'll sell a lot of the cards that I do not need as part of my personal collection. I will gather stock, I will gather different products, I will gather different cards, raw cards, it doesn't matter. I will take some cards, add it to my collection, but I need to constantly make money to expand my collection. And that's the way I've always done it, is that by selling stuff, I'm able to add stuff. And as long as I'm selling stuff for more than I'm buying it for, I'm doing very good in the long run. And don't get me wrong, I could very quickly, explain to a lot of people on this channel a lot of the cards that I'm actively selling and just feed them right to my eBay page. Or maybe I could create a website and just have my graded cards up there and let them buy it. But I don't do that. Do you know, Squeaks, that I have never one single time made it public knowledge what my eBay is? Not a single person has actually bought from my eBay, and I have never broadcast it. And the reason why I'm doing it is because of what I just said. So I'm not in this channel to make money. And the reason why is because I'm passionate about the listeners. And I believe that a lot of the listeners to this channel, some of them are not new to this hobby. Some of them have been around a lot, and you can learn real quick. It doesn't take very long to have discussions with people to instantly realize if they're new to the hobby or if they're old to the hobby. But with that said, with all the new people that have good foundations, good understandings, solid collections, we're very lucky that a lot of the price points they bought in were before that 2019 2020 era, and especially before like the FOMO that hit after like the Logan Paul and all that. All those people did very well. The people that I tried to address and the people that I tried to warn are the new collectors. So that's where it comes into that I don't ever offer any solutions. Squeaks, I do offer solutions. I offer solutions all the time on this channel. The fact that I have made it almost a way to preach, to pick up stuff at MSRP, to constantly warn people. Squeaks, my highest viewed video I ever made was talking about battle styles. I released that video before Battle Styles was officially released. At the time, only the build and battle kits were out. In that video, before release, I had told people that I believed Battle Styles was going to be the first booster box in this new modern period of Pokemon and the hype that we're in, that we were going to see retrace below $100. So yeah, when you do say that I tell people to be patient, if anybody watched that video and they took my advice and were patient on Battle Styles, because don't forget, right at release, Battle Styles creeped all the way up to $160. So yeah, to preach patience, is that all I do? Oh, that's some of it, because that's all I can do. But you know what else I do? I also tell people, I've made multiple community posts. When Battle Styles pre-orders went up at GameStop, I made a community post, told everybody to go to your local GameStop. You can pick up Battle Styles ETBs at MSRP. And this was during the pre-order. So this was a way for people to get product at pre-order prices. This is the way I helped. When Chillin' Rain Pokemon Center ETBs went up for pre-order, I made a community post. I said, guys, listen, these Chillin' Rain Pokemon exclusive ETBs are up for pre-orders. Those actually were up for, in the realm of Pokemon Center, they were up for a very long time. They were up for days. Anybody who watches this channel who was subscribed saw that post, and a lot of people, and I know for 100% fact that a lot of people were able to get those Chillin' Rain pre-orders. Then I made another community post when GameStop pre-orders information got leaked, because it was leaked through like one of the GameStop internal emails, what sets were going to be released. I made a video before that pre-order went up, and I told everybody, if you want this product, you can go to your GameStop, and if not, there was a possibility that it was going to go live on the website. And I told them at exactly what time it was going live, because that information was leaked. That is the way that I provide solutions to people. I provide solutions to people by giving them all the tools that I have, or at least the tools as they come available, to pick up product at MSRP. That is how I provide a solution to people. So to say that I don't provide solutions to problems, think about this. When the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs went up again, or the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, yeah, were they really hard to get from the Pokemon Center? Yes, they were. Did a lot of people on this channel try to get them? Yes. Did a lot of people not? They didn't. But a few people did. And then when everybody who was able to get them in the cart at 8 p.m. that night, they were all able to be checked out. And what did I do? I went through the comments, and any person that had mentioned that they got the product in their cart, I responded to their comment, and I told them, go on Pokemon Center right now and check out. I was able to get 4 ETBs. It was great. You know, it was something that I wanted. I wanted Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, and I know for a fact that there's people on this channel that were able to get Pokemon Center Celebration exclusive ETBs, Chill and Rain ETBs, GameStop pre-orders, and they did all that because I helped them do it, because I provided them a solution to the problem, which was inflated secondary market prices. Now, I'm just one channel. I do not have like an absolute amazing amount of connections, but when I do get them, I provide solutions to people. And when you say that all I do is preach patience to people, yeah, that is definitely something that I do, and that is a big part of my channel, and it's probably not something I'm going to change. I believe that Battle Styles prices we're going to retrace. I believe that whenever the Chill and Rain secondary releases come out of booster boxes, I do believe that Chill and Rain booster boxes prices will retrace more. And what is my thought process behind the Chill and Rain booster box prices dropping? Well, Squeaks, I believe that a lot of the people that have acquired product to keep in their sealed collection made foolish decisions and bought Chill and Rain at inflated prices. And so everybody who wanted to acquire positions in sealed Chill and Rain products, mainly booster boxes, will have already had product. So when that second or third wave finally does roll out and we get a decent amount of booster boxes, I know it keeps getting delayed, but when that wave rolls out, I do believe that we will see Chill and Rain booster boxes prices decrease. And a lot of the people that are sitting on that sealed product will just hold on to it because they will not want to acquire more, because now they're going to start to see the prices drop. And when the prices drop, they're not going to want to acquire more, like I said, because they've already acquired their product in the first wave. So as that price retraces, I do believe that people will have different opportunities to enter into positions of Chill and Rain. And that is my thought process. But to say that all I do is tell people to be patient, that's not really true, because at least I explain my thought process. And am I going to be right every single time? No. Have I been right sometimes? Have I told people to acquire positions that maybe were a little early? Yeah. I also told people to start acquiring Cosmic Eclipse. You can go back on my channel and hear me say Cosmic Eclipse like I have Tourette's. Cosmic Eclipse, Cosmic Eclipse, Cosmic Eclipse. Because I recognized as early, if not as early as anyone, the ability and the everything that Cosmic Eclipse had going for it. I saw it going. And when booster boxes were only at $150, $180, I told people to start acquiring that stuff. And you got to remember, in middle to end of 2020, Cosmic Eclipse reprints were extremely on the board. So people were saying that a lot of that was silly not to do that. So don't say that everything I tell people is to be patient either. I'm telling people my opinions. I'm telling people how I see it. And when I offer solutions to people, I offer solutions to people by giving them my thought process. Now, has my thought process always been correct? No. But has my thought process worked out for me? For me as a collector, for me as an investor? Yes, it has worked out. Has there been some luck involved? Hell yeah, there's been some luck involved. Guess what? I was around for 2020. I had product in 2020. Who's better than people that had product in 2020? Good for you, you know? You helped pay off my house, you know? Things like that. Was there luck involved? Yes, there was. But when I tried to help people and I tried to give them solutions and I tried to break down my thought processes on different products and different things, that's what I mean by that. That's what I mean. That is how I offer solutions. I don't know what sort of solutions you want me to give. Do you want me to give solutions just referring to my last video where I was talking about, people selling product who have relationships with distributors at higher secondary market prices? Did you want me to give solutions to that? Is that what you're referring to? Because that is not what I can give solutions to. But what I can give solutions to is to people trying to pick up that same celebration product and say, hey, go buy it here at MSRP. Hey, here, buy this pre-order here at MSP. That's what I can do. That is the only solution I can give. So if you're new to this channel, you've never heard me talk before, maybe it's very easy to see that this, is just me creating like all this drama and stuff. No, what I'm doing on this channel is discussing what's going on. And it's not all shiny like, oh, everything is beautiful. Some of it's tough. But what I preach, I'm so thankful for the listeners of this channel, Squeaks, is because I get to go on the journey with them. That is why I make this channel. That is why I'm so passionate. And that is why maybe the drama comes off. Because when you go on a journey, and the reason why I pick the word I like to go on journey with people is because I like to think of like Pokemon Red and Blue. And when you pick that one of the 3 first starters, whether it was Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle, guess what? You got to pick one to go on a journey with you. That was your starter. That was like your go-to Pokemon. That is like your ride or die. So when I talk to people on this channel and I address them and I thank them, when I thank them for allowing me to go on this journey with them, because we're not in this alone. We're in this together. So yeah, when you say I social engineer my channel, you're probably right. You're probably right that I've somehow tapped into people's emotions and feelings. You know why? Because my emotions and feelings are exactly the same. It's not like I just get behind the microphone and just make up shit the whole time. It's not like I'm fucking lying to people. I'm telling people how I feel. I'm telling people that I care. And when I see poor things happen or bad things happen, and I could only do so much. I'm only one person behind a microphone. I have a full-time job. And you know what? A lot of people can, say stuff that maybe I didn't do a face reveal early enough. Well, you know what? Some people are a little worried to get behind a camera and just expose themselves. And you open yourself up and you make yourself available. And, maybe if you're vulnerable, people can take advantage of that. But you know what? Maybe it took a little bit of time for me to do that, but I did that. And I did that because I thought it was important. I thought it was important for people out there to put a face to the voice behind, behind this, put a face behind this voice. And I thought that was important. And yeah, what do? Do I rant sometimes? Yeah, I rant. And do I get emotional? Yeah. Do I talk about the drama? Do I shy away from the drama? No. And like I said, I do not shy away from that drama because it's part of the hobby right now. And not only is it part now, Squeaks, there's always been drama in the hobby. You've been on E4, think about it. How many different threads on E4 have been blocked? People get out of control. That's not new. Drama is not new. But sometimes the minority needs a voice. And if I have to be that voice, whether that was the original plan of this channel or not, I'm not afraid to step up and be the voice. Do I want to come on this channel and just talk about all sunshines and rainbows and all the happiness? Yes. Do I want to be able to just go and open up packs on my channel and say, hey guys, let's just open up some packs for fun and let's just talk about the cards and talk about the artwork and let me just ignore everything that you guys are going through as in collectors and investors. Let me ignore all the struggles you are going through. Let me ignore that it's hard to get product. Let me ignore the fact that grading turnaround times freaking suck. Let me ignore the fact that PSA gives you the absolute highest return on cards you want to sell. Let me ignore the fact that their prices are $200, $150 to have a card graded. Let me ignore this stuff. Let me ignore what people are doing in the hobby. Let me ignore the fact that people are making decisions currently in the hobby that I truthfully believe will be detrimental to them financially in the future. And decisions that I think they are digging themselves in deep holes and that they will have a very, very tough time digging themselves out of. And what am I worried about most? What do I care about? I worry and I care about people leaving this fucking hobby. They're going to leave it because they have done foolish decisions. And to talk about finances all the time on this channel, is that BS? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't talk about finances. But to say that I've never put up financial disclaimers, or, when you talk about in your video that you're the only one that's ever seen that, I've put up financial disclaimers in my videos before. I do that because it's important. And I also, the way this channel is designed, the way it's developed, the type of community, the type of people that I'm really talking to are people that can pick up product. So people that can pick up product usually have a little bit more money. Because when I'm talking to people about acquiring positions, maybe you get one of each artwork for ETBs, maybe you get 2 booster boxes, you get 1 to open, 1 to hold, maybe you get 3, 1 to open, 1 to hold, 1 to sell in the future. When you talk about stuff like that, you could be talking a couple $100s. So really the people that I'm talking to and a lot of the videos that I make are really addressed to the people that maybe are spending a little bit higher dollar amounts. So when you spend a little bit of higher dollar amounts, when you start talking about pure percentages over the course of a year, what do you get? Four different sets come out a year, plus different collection boxes, plus premium collections, and everything in between. When you talk about all that stuff, Squeaks, there's a lot of money when you start adding up, say 30, 40, 50, but with pre-orders now we're seeing double MSRP. When we see stuff like this, when you start to talk about that type of percentage, anybody who is even remotely interested in finances sees the danger in that. So when I make these videos, when I talk about this stuff, it is me trying my best to address the problem and to offer solutions to people. And yeah, if you want to degrade the fact that I tell people to be patient, fine. If you want to degrade the fact that I tell people to go out and I give them every opportunity that I see as a viable opportunity for them to get product at MSRP. And you got to remember, when I do those community posts, they're only times where people are where a lot of people are probably going to get a chance. Because yeah, if I'm following like a certain, seller who's got let's say 25 booster boxes and they're selling them for $105, $110 for Evolving Skies, can I make a community post for that? No, I probably can't do that. Even though I would want to help them by making that. But 25 booster boxes would get eaten up so quick, it would be almost pointless. So the only thing that I can really do to help is to do those pre-orders that there's going to be a lot available, those Pokemon Center pre-orders and the GameStop pre-orders. But that's the solution I've tried to do. And when I've tried to talk about things and not manipulate the market, I could very easily manipulate the market, Squeaks. I found that out the hard way. You can go on one of my videos. I compared the EX Legend Maker Secret Rare Pikachu, the one that came as the box top. It's 93 out of 92. All I talked about was that card in a PSA 9 was selling for $149. I compared that to a VMAX Charizard from Darkness Ablaze that at PSA 9 was also selling for $149. I want to compare those two cards and say to people, listen, maybe you should stay away from the Charizard VMAX that has over 5,000 cards of that card graded. Maybe you should stick with the Pikachu Secret Rare box topper from EX Legend Maker, because honestly, guys, I don't think a lot of people have a ton of these cards sitting in binder collections at home. And the reason why is because a lot of people weren't cracking booster boxes. So if you weren't cracking booster boxes during EX Legend Maker, you weren't getting box toppers. And there are probably a lot of EX Legend Maker boxes sealed, sitting in people's closets or, people's safes or people's wherever they store their cards. But the amount of EX Legend Maker booster boxes that are going to actively be cracked in, let's say, the next 10 years, do I think the flood of Pikachu box toppers at PSA 9 will be enough to flood the market? No. There's 304 of those cards graded totally in the population. And what did I do? I talked about that card and it caused a buyout. And it caused a buyout. You can go to the August 8th, August 9th on eBay. Go type in Pikachu Secret Rare 93 out of 92, EX Legend Maker, and look at all the sales, August 8th, August 9th. I created a buyout doing exactly what I didn't want to do. So I am very well aware of how I could, if I really wanted to, manipulate the market. And I could manipulate people's feelings. But I don't do any of that in a financial sense. To say that I'm manipulating people's feelings and maybe I'm like creating I don't even know what you want to call it. Maybe call it like a pitchfork mob or whatever, like that scene out of Frankenstein where everybody's going up to the, spooky mansion up on the top of the hill and everybody's got their torches and pitchforks going after people's scalp and product. If that's what you think I'm doing, that is a disservice to me. And it just shits on me. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like all the hours, all the work, all the things that I've done, all the people that I've talked to with, in this, on my videos, talked to like through the comment section, people that I've tried to give advice to, it just hurts me. It hurts me that you say that I'm trying to just play off of their emotions. The only way that I would be playing off their emotions is that their emotions are the same as mine. I'm an emotional person. I'm emotional about the hobby. I can't apologize for that. And I don't even know how I could possibly change that. What can I do? All I'm doing is just bringing attention to stuff. And the fact that the videos get traction and that people want to subscribe and like, and do I tell people, please subscribe and like? Yes, I do that. Because I do want to grow my channel. Selfish freaking me, that I want to grow my channel, but I want to grow my channel by giving people the knowledge that they will need to succeed in this hobby. Because this hobby, while it looks fun, it looks like a kid game, when you get to the high end, you know as much as anyone else that this hobby is hard. This hobby is not that easy to navigate. It helps when you have people help you navigate along the way. And not only do I help people navigate along the way, the people listening, the people who I manipulate in their emotions, the people that I am socially engineering to enjoy this channel, to click on my videos, to like, to subscribe, to comment, those people that I'm socially engineering, those people are helping me along my journey too. And my journey in this hobby is more valuable to me than any card I own, any set I own, any sealed product I own. I would trade every dollar I've ever made in this hobby just to have the community. That's what I care about. Am I going to ignore the financial factor? No. Am I going to take my position, my platform, am I going to start to manipulate it to make it work for me? Am I going to, when I have product go up for sale on my eBay page, am I going to make a community post? No, I'm not going to do that. But yet I will socially engineer and I will manipulate everyone listening to this channel to only agree and only believe what I agree. People are not stupid. People are not cattle. They're not sheep. It's not that easy. There's people out there listening who believe in this channel, believe in the message. So for you to watch 7 of my videos and somehow take that, it's a shame. And I talked about it in your video, and I tried to comment the fact that you talked about multiple times, if you're going to mention somebody's name in a video, you should take the time to reach out to that person. You talked about it more than once in your video. Before you made your video, you did not reach out to me. You called me out by name. I never called you out in my video. After the fact, did you reach out to me via email? Yes, you did. And I appreciate the fact that you did that. And you know what, Squeaks? I don't dislike you as a person. In fact, I've been one of your earliest subscribers. Not only have I been one of your earliest subscribers, I was subscribed to Pokemon Radar when you guys were making your podcast, and one of your very first videos, I want to say the first video you and Pokemon Radar ever made, I was there. I was there live, Squeaks. I don't dislike you. I don't dislike you at all. In fact, I think you are a net positive for the hobby. Think about that. You are a net positive. But when you use your platform to sell product at a price that I believe, again, this is my opinion, this is my channel, I get to say what I want. If I believe that the prices you're charging and that you are using your platform negatively, I will address that and I will make that known. But you are still a net positive. I don't think you don't care about the hobby. I don't think you don't care about the community. I think you do. But I think you're also a businessman. And I think that your business is Pokemon. And when I feel that you're not making that transparent enough, and you're talking about the investability, and you're using your, YouTube channel, maybe you posted it in Discord, maybe you posted it in other social networks, letting people know that your pre-orders are up, and that people can buy them at inflated prices. Yeah, maybe that's a problem to me. But it does not mean you're not a net positive. When you make videos like the live you did, I think it's a net positive. I think you bring up a very good side, and you bring up the LGS's side. And yeah, do I consider you an LGS? No, I consider you more an online retailer. And when I consider you an online retailer, the only difference is that I just see the way you sell product a little differently, because I believe, and in my opinion again, is that maybe your overhead is probably slightly less than, say, an LGS that has to keep the doors open and keep the lights on and pay the rent. So yeah. But you know what, Squeaks? I don't dislike you. I still like you. You don't have to like me. You can think I'm the biggest piece of shit that ever lived, and all I do is socially engineer people to this channel, and all I do is cause drama. But I'm never going to talk about this again. This will be the last video that I ever make on this topic. I will not address it. I will not address a single comment down below. I will never talk about this again. I will never talk about this on a live. I will never talk about this with a single other person. Because I think that videos like this do harm the community in the long run. Because it causes decisive divides between content creators, decisive divides between people that care about the hobby. If we care about the hobby in different ways, that's important. Because everybody should be entitled to their own opinions. But we shouldn't attack people. We shouldn't attack people's channels. But when you attack my channel on a very public platform, you have a lot more subscribers than I do, Squeaks. You got a lot more than me. When you call me out by name and you don't know me, you don't know me as a person. You don't know my backstory. You don't know who I am. You don't know my experience in the hobby. You don't know me. So for you to just categorize me off of a couple videos, it's a shame, and I can't believe that that was the opinion you took from it. That all I like to do is cause drama and socially engineer my followers to like this, and all I want to do is just poke stabs at people. That's not what I want to do. It's not why this channel exists. But that's it. Rant over. Listen, to everybody else out there, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you guys to know that I talk with passion, talk with my emotions. I'm sorry if that comes off as socially engineering people to come to this channel. I don't really make clickbaity titles. With the exception, you can go in my videos and literally see I made 2 videos titled Pokemon Clickbait, because I try to do it in an ironic way. A lot of my titles are titled in a way that wouldn't easily be searchable. The people that I hope this channel is addressing are people that have dived deep down the YouTube Pokemon rabbit hole. It's a big world out there, guys. My channel's small. My opinions is just that of one man sitting at home, behind a microphone, getting emotionally worked up over shining cardboard. That's what it is. But that's why I could appreciate people like Squeaks. I could appreciate his passion. Do I feel hurt? Do I feel attacked? Yes. Did he probably feel attacked? Yes. Was that video directly in response to his pre-order prices? Yes. It was, but it was directly in response on top of that, but also other things. Did I call Squeaks out by name? No. It's tough, guys. It's a tough situation. It's tough conversation. It's not easy conversation. These are the type of conversations, if you wanted to, you could shy away from. You could be a coward. You could turn your back. You cannot say you see things how you see it. Guys, I want you to go and read some of the comments, on Squeak's videos. Read some of the live chats. Look at the content creators that were, pumping up Squeaks, saying nothing but positive, never saying negative. I think he's a freaking amazing content creator. I think he's a net positive for this community. I don't dislike the stuff he does. It's just a shame. It's a shame that this is the type of video I have to make. This is the type of emotional reaction I need to have. I've been wanting to make a different type of video about freaking celebrations for so long. And you know what? It's going to be about celebrations tomorrow. Because Pokemon should be celebrated. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you on the next video.